hey Charlotte, I got a bunch of this. Do you think you can build something out of it? My answer is yes. I'm like, bring me a whole bin of these and we'll figure it out.
Today we're going to visit a local hub where people gather to collaborate, explore science and technology, and make things. From machines, video games, and 3D printer prototypes to audio synthesizers and unique works of art. Join us as we visit Brian Williford of Tinkersmith's Makerspace. Come on. So Brian, why did you create the Makerspace?
Well, back in 2013, I was looking for a shop space for my own equipment so that I could get back into making things, which is something I did in the past, and realized that I wasn't going to be able to use them all the time. Maybe I could get a bigger space and share a space with other craftsmen. And as I poked around in that model, I found out, well, that actually exists, and it's called a makerspace, which is a larger community-based shop with a lot of folks collaborating, woodworkers, metalworkers, electronics folks. And we just kind of went into that stream of consciousness.
And so what do you do here at your Makerspace?
That's all over the place.
Yeah,
We have
yeah.
clean tech and dirty tech.
Okay, wait.
Okay.
What is clean tech?
Clean tech would be electronics, robotics, microcontrollers, 3D printing, geekery, as they
great.
say.
Okay.
And the dirty tech is the traditional tactile skills such as woodworking, metalworking, welding. So
And you make your own 3D printing
we
machines.
make our own printers and CNCs here.
CNCs. Now tell me, what is a CNC?
CNC is a computerized routing table. It stands for computer numeric control. But basically you can do a nice intricate design in the computer and then the machine will cut all the intricate parts for you.
So this red guitar is a replica of the guitar in the movie Slumber Party Massacre 2. And that got me thinking, why aren't we building real guitars on this thing? This one is not playable, this is just a prop. But this one is my latest design, you know, an actual playable guitar. It's a lot faster than carving guitars by hand. You know, just get away with a little light sanding at the end instead of, you know, hours and hours of meticulous work.
You created, what do you call it?
The
It's a
magical orb
sphere.
or the spherical cubical arc reactor, this is also known.
Spherical cubical arc reactor. See, I can say that.
And that is a drivable electric round spherical object that 4 people could sit in and drive around the art park.
It's so cool. So that's one of the items that you guys have made with the CNC machine. And then you also, did you make the letters? You have letters on the
Yeah,
table.
we're
Did you
doing
make
some
those?
signage. So we cut letters, and this is a very thin version. A lot of them are much thicker. We can cut varying depths of material, and on the same machine, this is it's called a beer tap, but it's actually for a coffee kegerator. So this was cut on the CNC. And this is a small 3D printer that prints objects like this hexapod
Oh, wow.
robot that's still in construction. This will eventually be motorized and move. And the 3D printers also make objects like this flower vase, and this is a vertical maze, which is a game. And this is one of our members' heads we scanned and printed.
And he's down. And what is this?
That is a stand for an iPad.
Oh,
So there's a little bit of woodworking and some fabrication. It's adjustable. You can set the pitch of it's an iPad
Great.
stand.
So how does it work here at the Makerspace? Do people join?
They join, they become members, and then they come to a workshop.
So do they have to pay to come?
No, we're the only free makerspace in the United States of America with industrial grade manufacturing equipment.
So, okay, why?
Why
Yeah,
is it free?
Yeah, tell me your
Well,
philosophy behind this.
Our goal is to make the experience of creating and prototyping products and advancing one's knowledge accessible to everybody.
Making things is so important to this space. Actually creating, crafting. It's not just theoretical knowledge, it's applied knowledge. And we are on hand as active resources if they get stuck on something. If they find they have a blocker that's preventing them from making it to the next step, we will sit down with them and tutor them and get them through that phase. So.
All right, so we're looking for 2.5 between the inside of the fence and the inside of the blade. So I'm going to push through the first one, And when I get to the end, I'm going to keep my fingers away from the blade. I'm going to convert to the push stick. Ready?
Tinkersmith Makerspace, it fills my heart. Like, I would have never gone in this direction if I hadn't had a place to have that outlet. So I'm really excited. I mean, I'm in my 40s and I'm doing stuff that I never would have dreamed of, and it's because of this place.
It's great to meet other people who kind of are outside of their comfort zones or stepping into new territory and really learning. It's actually kind of mostly a learning place more than anything.
So a circuit has to connect the positive to the negative, right? So that the electrons have a place to flow.
The goals here are to collaborate, to learn, to be with like-minded people. You also want to create things that other people need.
Yeah, we're a product incubator.
Yeah.
And something called a fab lab or a fabrication lab. And about even 3 years ago, it cost about $30,000 to prototype any product. And now we can do stuff for $300. You know, you don't have to have trained engineers and very expensive equipment to make this vase. This vase is probably a penny worth of material and 2 hours worth of somebody's time on a 3D printer.
Yeah, and that's part of the goal here, is to kind of have it pay for itself.
Eventually, we would like to bring some of the products to market to help, you know, cover the costs. Right now, we're doing services for hire, like the signs or running the CNC to make parts.
And
But eventually, we want people to get paid to come here. So instead of paying to come here,
Yeah.
you would get paid to come here.
That's a good
Yeah,
gig.
so just flipping the whole commerce model 180 degrees.
I
for
like
us
that.
here.
That's exciting. Talk about the workshops, because you have a lot of different interesting workshops going on.
We have two main branches in the clean tech. It's called Electro-Funk Workshop because it's very broad scoped. We have guys that and gals that use these little Arduino microcontrollers, or it's a little $25 circuit board that it's actually this board right here. You can make a machine like a 3D printer. You can make an audio synthesizer. One guy made a whole sensory control system for his duck house, so he knows when his ducks eat, what the moisture level is, what the temperature level is, and then it could Wi-Fi out to his cell phone and let him know, you know, the ducks are hungry. So little microcontrollers are a really huge subculture that a lot of people aren't familiar with.
Right.
And the ranges are, we have two regulars that are in 8th grade, and then we have a couple of guys that are retired. So, and we have a lot of female school teachers that come to learn it, to teach. So that's part of the electro-funk, and then there's just traditional electronics, and that's where the 3D printers are made, because we're making our own
You make your own
printers,
right.
because a lot of those, the board will do what's called Cartesian motion, or XYZ, to be able to move the gantry back and forth, left and right, and up and down, which is needed to make an object come out of the magic.
Oh, I know.
unit.
That's just fascinating. Okay, and then you have, what are some of the dirty
And then the dirty tech, or
workshops?
we used to have woodworking and metalworking, but now we just call it shop, and we just do whatever the interest is that night, and we do that a few nights a week. And the shop ranges from woodworking tools to some light-duty metalworking and some light-duty welding to computerized woodworking with the CNC.
I really enjoy Makerspace because of the positive energy and the creativity that's always going on. Someone actually dropped keys off, and I made this, which is kind of cool. It's really heavy. It was my first attempt, and I love it because they dropped keys off, and my brain was like, what do I do with it? And this is what came up.
What I'm really excited to see is that this is starting to influence schools and colleges to kind of take a step a little bit more towards hands-on or inventive projects and classes.
Since the inception of this space, it's really grown.
We've grown from 700 square feet to 3,800 square feet.
And members.
Members, we started out, when we opened the door, we had about 50 to 70, I can't remember exactly, and we're 4 shy of 700. So that's a big increase.
And people can just come. They can come and join, and
They can come
all
and join,
ages,
and,
all genders, everybody.
Everybody's welcome. We're very open in that respect.
Do they have to know what that is?
They don't have to
They
know
don't have to know anything, right?
other than that safety is paramount.
Okay.
No matter what, we embrace failure, and we encourage folks to try new things, but keep your fingers, keep it safe, and be very cognizant of the people around you and make sure that they're safe.
So why, Brian, why do you love this makerspace? Why do you want to be here?
This offers more creative freedom than anything I've ever been involved in. I mean, I've been involved in other types of artistic and technical projects, but they have a framework and a goal and a mission statement. And we started out with that, and we pushed it all out. It's like, it's a barrier. It's why should we follow a path? Why can't we just make? Why can't we just do? And why can't that person do what they want to do that's completely not related to what this person's doing, as long as everybody's being productive and having some kind of fun.
And safe.
And safe.
And safe. Okay, so what are the big future goals?
The big future goal is, again, to really leverage the talent base that's here to create products and services that not only sustain the place, but then carry down into being able to pay people for the experience. So that's really important. So if you have an idea, we can do the engineering and the calculations and the fabrication, and we just create things now that go off to patent attorneys. And so we're becoming a cog in the gear of the local economy of producing stuff that matters.
Great to have people to talk about these things with. I mean, here, you can ask somebody a question about, some detail of 3D printing, and everybody has an opinion. It's not, they don't just look at you with a blank stare and what is this guy talking about?
We're kind of having this great resurgence of people making and doing and hard to imagine projects that they just want to get out there, and that are occasionally just absolutely brilliant ideas that change everything around us.
I love being here because the environment is open, creative, dirty in a way. The goal is to get in and do things, to actually make things happen. So it's just really great. It's really cool.